BNGO news today is very good. It's very good today. And it's for a reason that no one's talking about, as usual, right? And I know what it sounds like. All you have to do is read the article title, and you're thinking, Brandon, this is just another bullshit. This is the epitome of an article that does nothing for Bionano. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on here, buddy? Well, yes, it is the same, right? If we do it in everyday Joe terms, okay, the Sapphire is better than this competition at what it does. That's what the study is saying. However, there's two reasons why this is bigger. Number one is that the CEO's quote from the quarter two earnings report literally says what the precursor to adoption and sales is, which is this bad boy right here, which is what we're seeing today. Technically not today, but this is when it was announced. Okay, so yes, technically today, I guess. And also the volume here, man. The volume is beautiful. Okay, boom. 351 participants. So let's go ahead and analyze these real quick. So first, let's go over a quick rundown of this article, okay, extremely quickly because there's not much to go over here. And then I guess before that, we also have some other stuff we're going to do is some comments here. A beautiful comments by my friend Dale. Absolutely beautiful comment there. And then institutional ownership, there's a couple new filings. And also price action because everybody's freaking out. And right now we're at 5, we closed the day at 521. That's pretty damn bad. That's pretty rough, man. People are hurting. People are crying. People are dying right now, essentially. So I'm going to give you a little bit, I don't know, we'll talk a little bit more about how the price is doing in a little bit. But back to the freaking news today. All right, so basically it's FSHD analysis, all right, and there's nothing new here. Except there's some new stuff here, but specifically two things in the actual, in this, besides the quote that we're going to read word for word here, because the quotes are always beautiful, is the 351 participants, which for obvious reasons, sorry, I'm giving you a seizure right there. 351 participants in the study. Absolutely huge study. In a robust study, 351 participants. That's good because the flow cells, the kits, the revenue and from the consumable field in categorization, it's going to be freaking high, man. It's going to be high. That's the only way that they can do all these analyses with the optical genome mapping and the Sapphire. You have to pay that per genome fee. You have to buy the kits. You have to get that. You have high volume, high consumable revenue for us. Simple as it gets. Okay, pretty much 9 times out of 10, that's how it works. Actually, more than that, probably. Okay, there's a couple. Bionano does right rental. Okay, whether this is a sale or not to the institution that is doing this. Right? Whether this is a sale or not is not really important because whether it's a rental agreement or a sale, we're still making that freaking per genome fee. We're still getting those kits. We're still selling the flow cells. So and this is the beauty of the business model that we keep talking about. All right, now the other thing that was important that I was mentioning is how long it took for this to happen. Okay, this is actually in the CEO quote, but it's worth mentioning here twice, as the optical genome mapping turnaround time was only 5 days compared to Southern Blot at 11 days. That is amazing. And they say it up here earlier, which is because it more reliably identifies the patient's mutation and simplifies the initial analysis for the laboratory. That was one of the doctors of the University of Iowa here, hospitals and clinics. Okay, so they say it's quicker, but our CEO, Bionano, Eric Coleman himself, the legend. We all know him. We all love him. He's doing God's work. He's doing good work for us shareholders right now, and I think we're gonna be rewarded for it one of these days. I don't know when. I don't know what quarter. I don't know what earnings report is gonna send over the top. But it's my opinion that over the long term, you're gonna wish you bought Bionano. It's also my opinion that we're gonna outperform the market. Okay, that's what I see for this company in the future. All right. 5 times compared to 11 days. That is huge. And then also understand that the freaking doctor of the study said it more reliably identifies the patient's mutations. Okay? Yes, and this is the key to understanding why we're going to outperform the market. The Sapphire doesn't only could do this stuff quicker than the competition, it does it more accurately, more reliably. Simple as it gets. All right, now the quote himself, let's go ahead and read some of this stuff right here. All right, they demonstrated the superior performance of optical genome mapping over traditional molecular genetic testing for FSHD. That's our CEO talking here. And this is the largest clinical freaking study to date. Sapphire system performed FSHD analysis, and it resulted in a significantly faster turnaround time, as we said, the ability to obtain accurate, reliable data more quickly. I love what he says at the end here. We believe that studies like this one could pave the way for broad adoption of optical genome mapping for a wide variety of applications in genetic disorders and cancer. I know he usually I know you probably are thinking, Brandon, he almost always says something like this. I don't think, I'm not saying the CEO goes and says stuff just for the investors to be happy. I'm not saying he's somebody to say empty words, right, and say stuff that he doesn't really mean. And right now today, but today I especially don't think he is giving empty words. And the reason is because in the quarter two earnings report, and among other examples, this is the only one that I felt like digging up for you today before I made this, right, it is right here. It's really important to see this progress at conferences and the literature because that's a precursor to adoption and sales. That is amazing. That is amazing because having these studies done by these doctors at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics by this PhD and several other doctors here, that is a precursor to sales and adoption, man. That's literature. We want more studies. We want more conferences, more awareness. This is how we get all of those things. Okay, so that's why the news today is big. And at least, I don't know about huge, right? But it's definitely good news. Definitely good news. All right, now next up, this is just a beautiful, I just got to read this real quick day, okay? Everyone in the genomics industry should be talking about BNGO and Sapphire right now, but they won't. Guess why? They are all dirty. Yes, they are. We will win the war. We will win this war. Sapphire will be installed in every cytogenetic lab where the likes of all of these shitty companies and Illumina, among others, are. We are the gold. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is... And then you got Bionano Investor doing his usual salty ranting. So that kind of sums it up. Also, okay, going on the filings today, you're looking at 31% institutional ownership. Okay, nothing. I mean, that's a fair amount higher than it was earlier. But we have a couple new filings. Last couple days. We have actually a fair amount. When I say a fair amount, I should really be saying an abundant amount. Look at this. I mean, we've got, what is the biggest one here? This one right here, Fidelity Small Cap Index Fund, 2 million shares, new position. And then you've got these guys adding 1 million shares. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And as I always say, guys, it's important that you look at the portfolio allocation. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that. It's not looking too bad right here. Look at these guys right here. These guys don't have many shares, right? 13,000. Okay, that's still a sizable amount, but it's 1.5% of the portfolio. That is what gives you confidence as a retail investor, knowing that some other institution that makes a living literally on buying companies is buying a lot of this company, staking a huge percentage of their portfolio, which is 1.5% for an institution for a stock that's almost a penny stock. That is huge risk and huge confidence relatively compared to their standards. So that gives you a hell of a ton of confidence. All right. Also, look at this 0.2. That's not bad. 0.2 again. 0.1. Okay. These are good. These are sizable positions. Look at this one right here. Okay, no, I thought that was 0.9. Sorry, but this is better than what it typically is, right? At least anecdotally. Okay, so obviously, I mean, if we go right here, it's still not looking great, right? You only have you have 3 institutions that are above 1%. Okay, that's not amazing. That's not what you want, but it's getting better, and the trend is looking better, and that's what you want to. That's better than looking worse. So that is getting better, and that's something to know. All right, now talking about the price today. Okay, you're looking at 532. UVXY started skyrocketing again, and hey man, you guys do what you want. You guys do whatever the hell you want, man. Don't listen to me. Go listen to whoever you want. Trust whatever you want. Make sure you do your own damn research, though. All right. With UVXY and BNGO, the thing is, I want BNGO to go lower so I can get more shares. I really want BNGO to hit $4. I want the markets to crash, and I want UVXY to go up to 100 again, and to throw everything I make here back in, literally just throw that back into BNGO whenever it's anywhere in the fours. That's what I want to happen, and I am going to be. That's what I'm hoping for. If you are someone that's like holding on and barely is knowing what they're doing and like debating every day whether they should hold, it's probably not for you. I'll just put that out there. But for me, for the price, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Look at that daily candle. Oh my God, that's ugly. That is ugly. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's ugly. It doesn't matter if it's beautiful. Okay, this company, it's just more money for me to make long term. The lower we go now, that's if I'm right about the company long term, that's objectively true. Simple as it gets. So with that being said, here's the portfolio. Thank you so much. By the way, with all the people bitching about me holding UVXY, man, I maybe we should do a stream where I explain what I'm thinking. Let me just give you a quick synthesis right now. UVXY is one of my most. It's my favorite stock to trade in stock. It's a fear index, but it's my favorite thing to trade recently. And the reason is because it's so simple and it's so beautiful. Buy it when it's going down a ton. Sell it when it goes up 20%, 10 to 20% in a week or a couple days. That's what it is. And also, I like to hold a couple shares because guess what, guys? When the market crashes, and I think it will. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year or whenever it is, but historically the markets do correct, and at least correct significantly 10-15% after a huge run like we've had now. And right now we're overdue for one from a technical perspective, let alone a fundamental perspective. This is what happens. Okay? 1,000%, 500%. That's how much this goes up. All right, so that's I don't think I need to say anymore. So if you think the current administration and all the GDP, the inflation, the government, the size and spending and debts, if you think everything is, if you think the market valuations are justified because of all this stuff, fine. Never buy UVXY. But if you think the market has a realistic chance of correcting, then this is something that, then I'm sure you can understand what I'm doing here. Anyways, that was a little bit of a rant. Thank you so much. It's not financial advice. There's a position. Feel free to check out Newsweed. They are freaking legends, man. Newsweed's a legend. They're in the description. Link to their YouTube channel and their website. Thank you so much. This is not financial advice. I will see you all in the next one.